Good evening, everyone. Riles Beniles here, live streaming another episode of LA Noire. Thank you very much for joining me on this Wednesday evening. A little bit later start for this episode. Honestly, some apartment stuff going on. Basically, having an inspection, making sure that everything is being kept nice and tidy for insurance policies. It sounds like a made-up thing, but in reality, if my place is basically looking like a pigsty, my landlords do actually have the right to evict me, so I'm trying to avoid that by making sure it is spick und span, as you might say. Basically got that done. Now it's time to unwind a little bit with some LA Noire. Thank you very much for joining. This is the last case of the Homicide desk, so we'll get right into it. Everything coming to a conclusion. Last episode, we basically wrapped up the other murders on the Homicide desk. Everything points to the Black Dahlia, but then it seems like there's always a suspect. Or is there? We're about to find out. This is the last case. The last murder investigation for Cole Phelps in LA Noire. Let's get to it. Melmaid is here. Ashley is here. Ashley, hello, fellow presumably humans. Melmaid has pointed out that she is a cat.
Mouthpiece for scripts on me at the grand jury. Case got thrown out. Now the DA wants.
I don't know where we're going. I think I missed something.
Guy gave his wife a tap.
I'm gonna restart that. I feel like I somehow missed something. Like I feel like I missed the introduction. How are you typing? Well, I mean, you've seen the video Keyboard Cat, right? I mean, it's kind of the same theory. There we go. See, I missed the entire introduction. Oops. Well, what the hell? I did this one! Alright, I guess we're doing a repeat of the studio secretary murder. It's a rerun.
Of course we will look into it. Yes, I'm aware that it's an election year. Keep a hold of your hat, Counselor. Now is not the time to lose your nerve. It would appear that someone has hocked a rose gold wedding ring and matching engagement ring. Sound familiar?
Deirdre Muller.
Press the pawnbroker and see what you can find out. The address is 348 South Main Street. The Muller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the DA does not want any egg on his face. Then get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue. We have another poor unfortunate found this morning beside a railroad line. 40-year-old white woman.
Right, Skipper.
So I definitely did
Another
this.
body and Deirdre Muller's ring. The Emperor may soon have to come to terms with the fact that he's wearing no clothes.
When exactly did you get that book of riddles shoved up your ass, Phelps? Is that what your old man paid college tuition for?
Yeah, I definitely did this case.
You're behind the wheel.
Fine. Where are we headed?
So, alright, well, at least it'll be a slam dunk case. Nice little refresher, I guess, going into the final case, but there you go.
You've got to admit, this is looking odd.
Anyone could pawn a ring.
But if you take it along with all of the other indicators...
Cole, Hugo Moeller was identified by the school's groundkeeper. He's our guy.
Witnesses have fingered the wrong guy before.
He ran, for God's sakes.
And he always maintained he was set up.
Ashley says, Keyboard Cat was a fraud. Cat was a puppet controlled by a human. Who have I been seeing on your streams, Mel?
How can I help you boys?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. You have a rose gold wedding and engagement ring?
David Bremner. Am I gonna get something for this pledge? Gave that bum money, now you guys are gonna leave me short.
How much did you give him?
$50?
Try another number.
20?
Try 10. Feel lucky you're getting it.
I have the rings right here.
What's this mark here?
Maker's mark. Usually traceable. That one came from Hartfield's Jewelry down on Broadway.
Thanks for the tip. Does this mark mean anything?
Hallmark. Gives you an idea of the quality.
What have you got on the guy who brought these in?
Goes by the name of Percy B. Shelley. Gave an address. 15 Poland Street, London, Tulare County.
Can you give us a description of the man who pawned these rings?
Not sure. Medium height, medium build. Dark hair, I think. Sorry. He just had one of those forgettable faces.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Bremner.
Ashley got a brand new logo, which Birthright is complimenting on. And also checking in. Hey, Birthright, how's it going?
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
And where exactly are we going?
The 0 case notes that we have. I said that last time, too. I think people who spend enough time around animals so much they think themselves as one is a type of furry.
We have a problem.
We could have the local troopers check out the Tulare County address.
The address is bogus. Perp is having fun with us. The guy who's been sending the Dahlia letters is also the guy who pawned these rings.
How do you figure that one?
Percy Bysshe Shelley wrote the poem that came with the Dahlia letter. If the Dahlia letters are genuine, then the man who killed Elizabeth Short may have also killed Deirdre Muller.
And how do we prove that, Phelps? Skipper ain't gonna like this one bit.
We're gonna have to rely on this guy tripping up on his own vanity.
So hopefully everybody's Wednesday night is going well. Like I said, now that I got my stuff cleaned up, I'm a little bit more at ease.
You boys ready?
I don't feel like I'm
Follow
gonna get.
me.
I feel like I'm not gonna get evicted. That guy
We should
runs
keep
really
this
weird.
development with the rings under our hat until we speak with the captain.
We're all on the same team, Rusty.
Chain of command, Phelps. The skipper will decide who needs to know. Got it?
I get it, Rusty. I just don't like it.
You don't have to like it. Oh yeah, this is the weird guy.
Hard, isn't it?
Yeah. I look after all the rail depots.
What have you got?
The Negro, Nelson Gaines, called it in. I came down here to make sure him and the other guy, Jameson, stuck around.
Jameson found the body?
Something like that. Guy makes me sick.
We'll talk to the coroner. Keep an eye on both of them.
Hey, can you give me a hand? I got a hard case I need to break.
Detective Phelps and Galloway, homicide. Can you tell me exactly what happened?
We were shutting cars over to the main line when I saw this man here lying on top of this woman. The woman wasn't moving and seemed to be in a bad way.
What time was this?
About 7:30 this morning, sir.
Thanks for your help. Have you given Patrolman Hart your details?
I have, sir.
Thank you. You can go now.
Okay, I don't know where I am, but there you go. What up, Carruthers?
What have we got here?
White female, approximately 40 years
Yes,
of age.
Ashley.
Lipstick smudges on the face, but no writing, at least nothing legible. A blunt force trauma to the temple, nose, and eye regions. Ligature marks point to the probable cause of death being strangulation.
Any idea of the time of death?
From her temperature, after midnight would be my guess.
So I don't know why, but apparently my game doesn't think that I actually did this case. And I'm stepping on her hand. I'm sorry. There you go. Ooh.
Another missing ring.
Certainly seems I've been swabbing a lot of bare fingers recently.
Nothing there. No. Get back. Did I get a lot score or something like that last time? I don't know. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if when I shut down my PlayStation.
Smell? Very good. There is the usual evacuation smell, but it appears she's been living rough for quite some time.
Very strong smell of alcohol.
Well, the autopsy will tell, but I would assume that she was inebriated.
Can you be more exact about the time of death?
No later than 2 a.m. The state the body was in, a 1 or 2 hour window is the best I can do.
Toriel Lavelin, hi, this is a good game. I completely agree with you. We're finishing up the Homicide desk on this live stream. Also, Toriel, notice the Inquisition logo. So don't forget to check out the Dragon Age Inquisition live streams that I do. Getting into the DLC, despite the fact that the Descent DLC is extremely frustrating, but we'll hammer through it eventually. Did I get a low score or something during... no, I don't think it has anything to do with the score, because you'll pass the case no matter what. Like, no matter what, you'll always get who you need. They'll just kind of criticize your choices. So...
This is a chit for personal items, not booze. It's an angle worth investigating.
So, I don't know. It could have been that it didn't properly save, so it's confused on where it was. LMAO, forget you kept raging for the Inquisition DLC. Yeah, that was a real thing.
Maybe someone at Mensch's will remember her.
I've never encountered a more frustrating DLC in my life than The Descent, and then that's just the first DLC I've laid hands on. So that's. I'm not looking forward to that.
We could go over to the lot and see what they know about her.
That's going to be difficult, Cole. Keystone Studio lot closed back in 41.
Explains why it's only good till Halloween of 41.
Someone was trying to get her to come home.
Your frustration makes for funny videos. I mean, for some people. God knows the Wolfenstein 2 stuff was extremely frustrating to deal with. God, that was horrible. Alright, let's talk with this sick bastard.
Detective Phelps, LAPD Homicide.
John Ferdinand Jameson.
We need you to answer some questions, John.
If you don't mind, I prefer Ferdinand.
Don't push your luck, knucklehead.
What were you doing to the body, Ferdinand?
Are you sure you won't be upset?
Try me, Ferdinand.
He's even got that face that's like, I'm a sick bastard.
I was kissing her.
Wha-bam!
It's not against the law.
Shut up.
There's no
Take
law
your
against
beating
it.
like a man.
Turn out your pockets, Ferdinand.
I was kissing her. You sick bastard.
Classic Carmine. Is this yours, Ferdinand?
No. I found it near her purse. I thought she could use some lipstick.
Rusty, stop! Don't hit him.
Don't hit him.
You went through her purse?
It wasn't like she needed it. I took a look.
I love this. I love the Wonder Woman pose that he does in this. It's like, look at me, I'm a superhero. It's like, you're a super weirdo is what you are.
Did you take any money?
Wasn't any to take. I found her lipstick in her matchbook over on the mat. Not much else.
You found the body?
Yes, I did. I work here. I was coming off shift and headed home.
Nope.
Why didn't you report the body, Jameson? Do you know how this is going to look to a jury?
A jury? What gives? I could tell that she was dead. I came through here about midnight last night. She wasn't here then.
Let me felt him again.
You're under arrest, Jameson. We'll see how this plays out. Until then, you can think a little on how you'd like to be treated if you were found dead.
I'm telling you, it's not illegal. Me and some friends of mine...
Clyde, can you get this sack of shit into a cell? I'll deal with him later.
Sure, Rusty.
The one thing I don't like about that is that, like, I don't know if you can tell, but he keeps looking at Rusty. It basically almost makes it look like he's like, hey, I'm going to say this. I'm waiting for the punch. Here it is. Looking for my spot. Didn't even give him a warning. Blam! Punch to the face. Was he getting an erection too? Bet he was. Yeah, there's some weird people out in this world, and you know, if you watch enough Criminal Minds, you basically learn that some people just can't get off normal ways, and they got to do whatever they can to get their arousal. He was gonna do more than that, just kiss Mel, but other guy caught him.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on Levine's Liquor, closest store to the Santa Fe Avenue rail yard, if possible.
Just a moment, Detective. Closest store would be the one at 939 South Hope Street.
Thank you. You know the way. You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
To the liquor store. That's not what the car I wanted.
Read that those goddamn Chinese want to sell the relief food that we're sending them?
Yeah. Yeah, I read about that.
These people are starving. They can't do that.
Stole their car.
They want to sell the food to fund the civil war against the communists.
Really? I guess that's okay then.
Armies can't fight without food. You spend all your money on weapons, but you still have to have the will to fight. Fortunately, the Reds will win in China.
Watch your mouth. You know what you're saying?
The people of this country overthrew a king. You think the Chinese will balk at an emperor if they are starving?
Assault is still a thing. There was no hint of aggression, and he wasn't resisting, so that was uncalled for, even if he is sick. Ashley, you got to remember, too, that this is the 1940s era, so, like, a lot of stuff... Like, case in point, they literally handle evidence without gloves, which nowadays, you know, that would... You know, this was the day before, you know, fingerprints were a thing, or fingerprint evidence was a thing, so I mean, they're handling all this stuff, and they can't even trace for prints.
What can I do for you?
LAPD, Phelps and Galloway. We're making inquiries into the murder of Evelyn Summers.
Evelyn? She's dead?
You knew Evelyn Summers, Mr.
Robbins. Yes, I knew Evelyn. I was a good friend of her ex-husband. She kept some of her stuff here.
Can you show us, please?
Sure. Come this way.
Another thing is, like, as you can tell, like, with Rusty, for example, that, like, he'll basically drink and smoke on the job, where in most other cases it'd probably be frowned upon.
You know, you let us take some for the road, this case might get solved a lot quicker.
He's joking, Mr. Robbins.
You know, back in the day, a lot of stuff would probably be overlooked for the sake of the greater good, so to speak. But you're absolutely right, though, Ashley. Like, if this were a case in, like, in 2018, if he belted a dude for kissing a corpse, that would be, probably administrative leave or something.
She wasn't always such a loner. Evelyn was reading Aristotle?
Evelyn wasn't stupid. The only stupid thing about her was her need to drink.
And she was borrowing books from Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor is a stupid name. Sorry if anybody watching this has that name, but it's stupid.
I'm guessing Evelyn hadn't held down a job for quite some time before she was killed. Rawlings Bowling Alley. Maybe Evelyn did something other than drink in her spare time.
Rawlings. I know that place. Corner of 9th and Grand. A lot of cops bowl there on Tuesday nights.
Did I really? I said the same thing last time. This really is a rerun.
When exactly did Evelyn work in the pictures?
A few years ago. She worked in legal copyrights for music.
I'm just reliving my greatest hits, I guess. Can I talk to you? Or do we need to, like, hang out in here and talk? Set the place, set the scene. Hello.
We're trying to account for Evelyn's movements yesterday.
She came by in the morning.
A social visit to pick up some of her things?
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye.
Any idea where the money came from?
She didn't mention it. But she did say the booze was a present for a boy. She
for a
said they
boy.
were fighting and she had to make it up to him.
Were you and Evelyn close, Mr. Robbins?
Not many people will be sad she's gone. I'll be one of the few.
We got the impression that Evelyn had been sleeping rough of late.
It became difficult for me to have her staying here. Her mother was trying to get her back on the straight and narrow. She's old now. And to be honest, you have to have a good reason to want to get back on.
Do you know a friend of Evelyn's by the name of McCaffrey?
Not personally.
We're struggling for leads, Robbins. Did she know McCaffrey?
She idolized him. From what I gather, the feeling was far from mutual. He seems to peddle a revolutionary stance, fixing the ills of society. You could see how it would appeal to down-and-outs like Evelyn.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Robbins.
No problem. Hey, I'd like to make arrangements for the funeral. You think I could get in touch with Evelyn's mother?
Put in a call to the watch commander at Central Station, Mr. Robbins. He'll be trying to reach the next of kin.
Thanks. Get the guy, huh? Evelyn never hurt anybody.
Oh. Cole Phelps just did an agility trick. Holy shit.
Can you drive to this one?
And where exactly are we going?
Off topic, Paul is giving me the business talk right now. Discuss later. Paul can't talk business. He doesn't know what a business is.
Phelps, Galloway, Homicide. We need to ask you some questions concerning Evelyn Summers.
I'm Walter Mensch. Evelyn Summers, what is it now?
You knew Evelyn?
As well as I wanted to know Evelyn. She's a pain in the ass, always coming in here.
Pain in the
having
ass.
drinks, never had any money. She was in just a couple of nights ago.
Did she ever tell you where she was staying?
I don't know. I think she was living rough. She had that kind of stunk about her.
Who did she drink with?
A bunch of these guys. Ask around.
Let's ask a guy that's
What's your
facing
name?
him.
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Oh, weird.
Mind if I ask you some questions, Mr. McCaffrey?
I'm just a starving writer, detective. What do you want to ask about?
Evelyn Summers, and why she was found beaten and strangled in the rail depot on Santa Fe.
Okay. I see your point.
How well did you know her?
I can't say that I knew her. It was more like I was aware of her.
Okay, I know I said this last time, but seriously, why the fuck is he yelling?
Do you have a criminal record, Mr. McCaffrey?
Nothing serious. I've had a few skirmishes.
Do you want to save me some time, or do you want me to look up your file?
Industrial disputes, strikes, workers' rights, that kind of thing.
A regular fifth columnist. Nice to meet you, comrade.
You say you barely knew Evelyn?
Yes, that is correct.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You looked down your nose at Evelyn, but you knew her, and you have some idea of what happened.
I hope you're holding aces. I'm telling you again, I barely knew the woman.
We found out last time that is a all-in reference.
Why would you lend her your book on metaphysics if you only knew her in passing? It was more than that. A Renaissance man like yourself lending his books to his acolytes.
She hounded me about that goddamn book, and then she lifts it from my apartment and lies to my face that she didn't take it, as if she could even comprehend any of it.
Damn.
I saw her go into a hotel with Tiernan last night. They had booze in a paper bag. He's your man.
Thank you for the information, Mr. McCaffrey.
Everyone makes it so oblivious when they're lying. They talk so suspiciously. That, and on top of that... Ooh, our car's here. Nice. Excuse me.
Car 11K, Car 11 King, KGPL.
11 King.
A message from Captain Donnelly. Return to Central. Go to
11 King, in or out? Let's not keep the man waiting, Phelps.
Too bad we're gonna keep him waiting. 'Cause I want to go to the bowling alley. Yeah, not only do they make it very obvious when they're lying, but like the way that Phelps talks to somebody when he accuses them of something, you can clearly tell that they're how they're getting set up. Like, it's like, I think you're lying. Yeah, you knew this person, and then you did this. And it's like, okay, it is blatantly telling you to look at this for evidence.
Hello, Rusty. 2 on your usual lane?
I'm Detective Phelps. Homicide.
You must be new. What's your shoe size?
We're conducting an investigation, ma'am. Do you know the name Evelyn Summers?
Sounds like I should. Oh, maybe it could be Jimmy's friend.
Jimmy?
James Tiernan. He's a pin setter. One day he introduced me to a lady after work. It stuck in my mind because she was much older, too old for him.
Where can we find Jimmy, Florence?
He'll be hopping around the lanes toward the back.
Thanks, ma'am. Let's go get him.
Oh, shit.
Tiernan! LAPD!
Okay, now our partner will actually hopefully get in the car with us.
There!
What are you waiting for? Get after him!
We might go faster if we weren't carrying the extra weight.
Damn. Okay, so
These are flashy cars to be parked outside a bowling alley.
The lanes attract a fast-living individual with money to burn, Cole.
Or a middle-aged individual with the need to feel virile.
I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck. Hit
There
him,
you
Cole.
go.
Spin him out. Another runner. Well, at least we've got a suspect.
Why do they always run? I'm sure we've got the wrong person in more than one of these homicides, but they always seem to lam it.
You know, your theories are not airtight by any means, Phelps. Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close.
If this isn't the killer, we can at least get him for reckless endangerment.
That's unless he runs into a wall and saves us all the trouble.
So last time I did this, Rusty wasn't there to shoot out
Hands
the tire.
behind your head!
So that was nice to have.
You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Wait, where are we going? Come on, Rusty.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Reckless endangerment because you keep ramming your car into him. He was mostly in his own lane. Yeah, reckless endangerment because he keeps just shooting just live rounds into the street. God forbid he misses and then clips a civilian. That is literally a drive-by.
The captain is downstairs with Ray Pinker and Carruthers. The cop they've been talking about on the radio? Want another accommodation?
I'm in the wrong spot. Oops. Screw that up.
What's this about, Captain?
Ray and Mal have some concerns over the Henry and Muller cases, which I don't want aired outside of this room.
The evidence is solid, Captain.
I agree, Rusty. It's just that corpses keep piling up.
Copycats.
I've been banging the same drum. But the notes and the lipstick messages.
Evelyn Summers, Cartel Classic Carmine. Each woman, same brand, same color.
Teresa Terrelson didn't have a lipstick message.
Technically, you're right, Rusty. She didn't have any lipstick. But she did have a message. We found it beneath her dress, scraped with a sharp stick.
What did it say?
You sure you want to know?
Ray?
As far as we can be sure, it said cunt BD.
That's one way of looking at it.
Looking at what?
Cunt is all about access, Phelps. You're married, so yours is mortgaged. Some of us like to pay by installments. This guy doesn't like to pay at all.
Why are you so angry, Mal?
Because I just had to fire one of my assistants. He was a friend of Jameson's. God knows what he might have been up to.
Captain, we have good leads in the Summers case, but it's up to you to decide how we proceed.
Keep this under your hat for now. And follow up on Evelyn Summers. I want daily reports.
Why are you so angry, Mal?
We got our orders. Back to the Summers case. Get an address for McCaffrey. You'll have blown the bar. I'll meet you outside.
Need a drink. I got the
Operator,
jitters
message
again.
for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address for a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Apartment 6, 126 Yale Street, between Ord and Alpine.
Thanks, ma'am. Can you drive to this one?
And where exactly are we going?
Let me pose a question.
Depends. What you got to do with?
Morals. Would it bother you to put the wrong person away?
Depends.
On what?
On whether anyone except the poor son of a bitch in the slammer ever found out.
And actually, that kind of goes back to the stuff we were talking about earlier about the assault stuff. You know, the idea that you could throw somebody in jail for something they didn't do, and most cops in that day might be okay with that because they were basically saying, well, as long as nobody found out that I screwed up. Which is like, is that something that you should be able to say and have no repercussions?
McCaffrey is in apartment 6.
Not messing around today.
Torn from the letter we found beside the body. At the very least, I'd say it ties McCaffrey to the scene. He said he was at home. He said he didn't know her. And we have the book.
Let's see Carruthers argue his way out of this one.
Is that you, Grosvenor? Who are you guys? What are you doing in here?
We're from the LAPD, ma'am. Do you know where we might find McCaffrey?
I'm his neighbor. Is he in trouble?
Look, lady, we need to find him, and in a hurry. Are you going to give me trouble?
He has a pigeon coop up on the roof. He spends his mornings up there when he's been drinking.
How do we get up there?
Down the hall and up the stairs.
Drunk and in command of a carrier pigeon. Surely we can write him up for that. A citation, at least.
I heard he's an honest cop. Now there's an oxymoron for you.
Grosvenor McCaffrey! Running on a hangover, McCaffrey? Sit down and we'll talk.
I'll go get our wheels.
You a runner, McCaffrey? Stay and fight the good fight.
Come on. So one thing about Rockstar games, I noticed that every chase scene, like whether it's GTA or LA Noire or what have you, it always seems to be that the chase runs extremely long.
Give it up, LAPD.
Like they don't make it that you can catch him like immediately. Like you're gonna have to chase him for a long time. You're flying today. Like, you've done this before. Yeah, you know, I might have done this last week.
Careful, you look dangerous.
McCaffrey, you're under arrest on suspicion of murdering Evelyn Summers.
I'd whiff that punch. Also, Cole Phelps is a fucking beast. He literally just deadlifted that guy up on his feet.
We need to get downtown and wrap this thing up. It's got to be McCaffrey. Unless Tiernan set him up. You don't think that asshole Jameson could have done it, do you? Whoever did it. At least it wasn't that Dahlia fuck.
How do you know that McCaffrey didn't do the Dahlia?
We have a list of over 200 suspects. His name was never on it.
If you think the list is exhaustive, Rusty, who am I to argue?
Listen, let's just work the case at hand, shall we? Then we can sit down and put all the puzzle pieces together at a later date.
I'll hold you to that.
Ashley asks, how is he not sweating in that suit? Also, the lack of music makes this even more anticlimactic than it already is. Yeah, it's a good question about the suit. Especially doing a lot of physical activity, and that you'd be surprised that he wouldn't be, like, dying. Especially since they live in Los Angeles. Unless, like, the suit is, like, the most breathable fabric known to mankind, where it's like, oh, it's basically like you're wearing a tracksuit.
You sure you can make it stick with one of these suspects, gentlemen?
It's either McCaffrey or Tiernan, sir. I think Jameson is an aberration.
All right. I'll deal with that degraded lunatic myself. He's got some fearful retribution coming. Tiernan isn't one, McCaffrey isn't two. I want a confession from one of them. Don't fail me, young Phelps.
Need a drink. I got the jitters again.
Yeah, we get it. You're an alcoholic.
Why did you run, Tiernan?
I was the last one to see Evelyn that night. I knew you would think it was me.
Can you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
Keep lying to me and I'll have you charged and in front of a grand jury before your feet touch the ground.
How can you possibly prove Evelyn and I were more than friends?
McCaffrey gave you up, Tiernan. He says he saw you go into your hotel with Evelyn.
I met Evelyn at the public library. We would read for a while and then go for a drink. Last night, we went back to my hotel room and had some more to drink. I must have passed out. I woke up and she was gone.
What time was this?
Around midnight, maybe later.
And there's no one who can confirm this?
No, there isn't. I knew you wouldn't believe me.
Aristotle's Metaphysics, the book that belonged to McCaffrey.
McCaffrey saw her looking at her once and laughed in her face.
And you're saying Evelyn stole it?
She wanted something of his.
We either hang this on you or McCaffrey. You better give us something.
Well, McCaffrey's been in trouble with the law before. I mean, he always makes out it was some kind of labor dispute. But, you know, I'm not so sure.
Well, your voice is cracking a lot, and you barely knew her. Why refer to her as a friend? Yeah, he seems like a stool pigeon.
You and Evelyn were drinking together last night, and she had no other place to stay.
I don't know what happened last night. I don't remember.
You're lying, Tiernan. You'd been fighting with her. You fought, and
I'm not lying! She got up and left! That was it!
She left, but she came back. She bought you a quart of whiskey to make it up to you. She told the liquor store owner. You're in deep trouble, buddy.
She said she loved me. She wanted to care for me. But she would never stop talking about McCaffrey. McCaffrey was a writer, and McCaffrey was a hero. McCaffrey cared for the little guy.
Did you kill her, Tiernan?
I might as well have. I kicked her out. She had nowhere to go.
Do you own a car, Tiernan?
No, I don't.
Have access to a lug wrench?
No, we use a lot of them to clear jams in the pin setting machines.
Coroner's report says that Evelyn was killed with a wrench. I think you did it and then planted the evidence at McCaffrey's apartment for us to find.
We went to his apartment. McCaffrey was up on the roof. Evelyn stole the book. McCaffrey went crazy when he found out. He said he would put her out of her misery. He can be very cruel.
All right, we don't charge him.
Evelyn was missing a ring from her right hand.
That's strange. She always wore it. Big black circular disc with a white E in the middle. It was made from an old typewriter key, a present from the prop department at her old movie studio.
We're going to talk to McCaffrey. You need to think about what you've told us, Tiernan. You're not in the clear.
Oh, little twist. She was 13 if she was
what I really like about this interrogation is that you do have to go back and forth, because it reminds me of like any crime show where it's like the guys in the other room probably spilled his beans to make a deal with you right now.
You ready to answer some questions?
You think I have all the answers?
People who run from the police usually have something to hide.
Touché, detective. Let's see where this takes us.
Evelyn died sometime around midnight. Remind me, where were you?
I was at home, writing. I'm working on a manuscript.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You were out at the rail yard.
And what do you have that proves I was there?
How about half of Augusta Summers' last correspondence with her daughter?
What are you talking about?
After you were done beating Evelyn, you searched her and found her mother's letter. That old lady's anguish amused you.
I know nothing about a letter or Evelyn's goddamn mother.
I know nothing about her goddamn mother.
So what was it doing on your writing desk?
Damn.
I don't know, but if I didn't put it there, somebody else did. Try exercising your powers of deduction on that.
We found the lug wrench that Evelyn was battered with in your apartment, and the note from her mother, and your blood-stained clothing. We have you cold, McCaffrey.
You think if I could be bothered to murder Evelyn Summers, I would be stupid enough to leave the evidence in my apartment?
Yes.
I don't believe you, Grosvenor. The evidence says that you killed her.
You can prove that I wanted to kill Evelyn?
Tiernan is prepared to testify that you threatened Evelyn's life in his presence.
Self-preservation. That's understandable. Okay, I'll level with you. Tiernan killed Evelyn. He came to me for help. I listened to him, and he explained why he did it.
Tiernan went to you for help. You expect me to buy that?
That's how it went down. I told him he made a terrible mistake, but he would be throwing his life away if he went to the cops. I took his things and told him I would dispose of them.
But you didn't.
Speak to Tiernan. He'll give it up.
So we still don't have an actual motive. And I just glitched through the fucking door.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need the jacket on a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Just a moment, Detective. McCaffrey was formerly under surveillance by the Red Squad. Convictions for petty theft. Dishonorable discharge from the Army during training at Syracuse. Assault on a local woman. Says he almost beat the woman to death.
Thanks for your help.
I still don't understand how the voice actor changes for that. I don't know if the person pulling the jacket is a different person or if that's just a glitch.
One little twist. She was 13.
You spoken to McCaffrey? I can go? It's all been cleared up?
Not quite. We have one more question we need to ask, James. Then I think we will be done.
Sure. Go ahead.
So Evelyn passed out, and you walked out. What happened next?
I woke up in the morning. Very hungover. I thought Evelyn would have come back.
Nope.
I know you're lying, James. You went out looking for her. Tell me what really happened.
I don't know what you're talking about. How can you say I wasn't in that hotel room?
Who do you think we just got done talking to, bruh?
You wound up at McCaffrey's. You were still incredibly drunk. You passed out on his floor. It's time to tell me what really happened.
McCaffrey woke me up the next morning. And he showed me the lug wrench and the letter and the box. And he said I came in with him last night. He said that I killed Evelyn. And that it was all over the radio. And that he would protect me. And I don't know, Detective, for the life of me, I can't remember a goddamn thing. And I was angry with her. Really angry. I could have done it. Was it me?
I don't think it was you.
Wait here.
So everything points that he's just a stool pigeon and McCaffrey's the mastermind. Granted, we've already done all this before, but there you go.
You were in the war?
Yes, I was. Seeing the things that I saw. It changes a man. I came back here determined to change things. All I wanted was a pen and an opportunity to speak out.
You told us before that you had only minor run-ins with the police. You didn't mention petty theft.
I've never been in trouble for violence. That's the salient point here, isn't it?
Ooh.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You have a history of violence towards women.
How do you turn a couple parking tickets and a petty theft misdemeanor into an assault charge?
When you do your homework.
We know all about you and your dishonorable discharge. Beating some poor woman near to death in Syracuse. You've never been in combat, McCaffrey. Your whole life is a fraud.
She was a goddamn peasant whore. She tried to steal from my wallet. I could have fought for this country. I could have...
You beat her because she stole from you. Because she tried to outsmart you.
The ignorant audacity of the bitch. What is a man supposed to do? Sit there and take it? How is a man supposed to call himself a man?
And Evelyn Summers, a poor, drunken nobody, stole your book.
And she got what was coming to her.
And there you go, your motive.
Grosvenor McCaffrey, I'm charging you with the murder of Evelyn Summers. She was a sad lady who never hurt anyone except herself. I hope God finds a way to forgive you.
Congratulations, boys. You bagged the fine catch. Another red to boot. Grand. Now, I want you to put this business about a repeat offender out of your mind. This McCaffrey creature shows no remorse. And neither will the grand jury. You would have to walk a long mile to find a better candidate for an unmarked plot in a prison graveyard.
I remember saying this went from 0 to 100. Feels like that was just last week. Time flies. Memories. Alright. Well, that's in the book. Again, the double tap. Alright, now on to the case that I was hoping to start out with today. But hey, context.
We have lost most of Shaughnessy and Dunn squad. The gunny is dead, first platoon is in worse shape. That medic is either crazy or the bravest man alive.
Then we rally with the first, then try for the Nambus.
It's sheer to the left. To the right, it goes right through a pass with 2 Nambus and infilade. Mate, we can lose everyone.
Lieutenant, get back off this fucking bridge. They'll start walking the mortars back to their own positions. We only have minutes.
I'm in charge here, Sergeant.
Get your men off the bridge, Lieutenant.
What's your unit, Sergeant?
We don't have time for this, Lieutenant.
What's your unit, Sergeant?
I company 22nd Marines, Lieutenant, and we just saved your ass by fording the river.
My orders are to reconnoiter the...
I think that point is now moot. You have 10 men left. My orders are to save what's left. Move out!
Remember that Jack Kelso backed out of the officers program to actually fight with the Marines, so that's why he's not in the same rank as Cole Phelps anymore. Or at least during that point in time.
Well done, lads. You did well with the Summers case. But we have a problem. The examiner received a new letter today.
Do you mind if I take a look, Ray?
Go right ahead. They've both been rinsed in gasoline like the previous letters, so I can't lift a print.
No vehicle damage or injuries? Swear it was quite the opposite last week. Yeah, that's because that's why I wanted to burn through this really quickly.
No one else but the killer knew about this message. Another snippet from the Shelley poem. To suffer woes which hope thinks infinite, to forgive wrongs darker than death or night.
Another Shelley poem coming up.
The Dahlia Maniac?
Hey, Ari, thanks for joining in.
Mal and I agree.
But where does that leave us? If this is the Dahlia killer, and he is responsible for the Tarrelson murder, not to mention the Muller
Hang
case.
on a moment, Skipper.
Let me finish, Rusty.
Oh, damn.
We have 5 birds in hand and none in the bush. The department will not survive a scandal if we have to let them all go without catching a fiend first. Your careers will be over for a start, gentlemen.
Just for starters.
Looking in wonder.
Fuck it. I knew this run was too good to be true.
I hid myself within a fountain in the public square.
You like that stuff? What is it supposed to mean?
It's supposed to... Forget what it's supposed... What does he want it
Where are you going with this, Cole?
He's obviously taunting us. He believes he's far more intelligent than we are.
Okay, it's some kind of story, right? A guy that God hates, chains him up.
It's an allegory, Rusty.
A what? Story with two meanings. A symbolic meaning. But that's what he wants us to think.
Could he be using it literally? Within a fountain in a public square? Could it be that easy?
Can somebody tell me what the fuck is going on?
The fountain in Pershing Square. Come on, we have a clue. Captain, thanks, Red.
Be careful, Phelps. This is his game you're playing now.
I recognize
There's
that.
blood in the water, folks.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45.
I was about to say, it's like, why didn't I not shut the door? But it's because I'm in the driver's seat.
All those cases, Rusty. What have I been telling you all along?
You gotta get this guy.
I know. Enough women have died.
Yeah, and it's our asses on the line too, Phelps. You heard what the captain said. The department is not gonna take responsibility for all those bad convictions.
Success is a double-edged sword.
Let's just get this sick person.
Hitting that light post, that was for you, Birthright. Missing that civilian, that was for me. This expert climber.
Well,
Nothing.
you and me, Phelps.
Nothing wet on his suit.
You know the local hobos use that as a latrine.
There is a cave, all overgrown with trailing, odorous plants which curtain out the day. Where next?
There's that good property damage I know and love. Harry says, are you using any graphic mods? That's great. Nope, no mods. This is just the remastered version of the game for the PS4. So that's why it looks so great.
Elizabeth Short. Betty Short.
Ooh.
Black Dahlia.
Elizabeth Short's social security card.
Jesus Christ.
Why are you yelling so loud?
That's not all. There's another stanza from Shelley.
Can you work it out?
His suit is completely dry.
See if you can work out where he's taking us. I don't like this freak leading us around by the nose.
I've studied some of these plays. I don't like that there's no sound attached to this. So it is a miracle suit. You were right, Riles. Oh well, yeah. I'm a detective by my own rights, I guess.
You're behind the wheel.
You're like the only two people in that whole park. Must be a slow day. The classic Rockstar map.
It's really him, the fuck who killed the Dalian. Can you believe this? He's leading us.
It's his game, Rusty. He may want someone to catch him, but he's extremely dangerous. I doubt if he will give up easily.
Suits me down to the fucking ground. We clip this fuck and we get citations. What a day to be a cop. Pencil pushing Parker won't be able to shove me aside after this.
Damn. I don't know who Parker is, but Parker has another thing coming. I will still stand by that my favorite serial killer in a dramatization is CSI's Miniature Killer. That was quite the story in my own right. So that was fun stuff. Ooh, sparkly, super sparkly.
Can I help you, sir?
I hope so.
Detectives, LAPD. This is very important, sir. How do we get to the top of the chandelier?
You what?
Have a little faith, pal. We're in a real hurry.
Head up to the top floor. There's an access panel and a ladder in the maintenance room.
Well, hold on. There was something shiny over here. Ooh. All right. Excuse me, sir. We're with the police. How do you get to that chandelier? What? I missed something here. What do you want? Nope, that's not the wrong way. Let's just follow our good pal Rusty. Okay, now I know where to go. Hello. Oh, okay.
I'm going out there, Rusty.
Better you than me. Be careful. Could be a trap.
Ooh.
Deirdre Muller's missing watch.
So what I really like about this case is that everything kind of comes to fruition, like the missing stuff that you don't think about, and they're like, oh, everything's kind of coming up. I remember this. I screwed up many times.
From the temple's
Damn,
high
he
of
can
man's
balance for
ear and
days.
eye, roofed over sculptures and posy. Where have I seen that?
Yeah, this one, I remember thinking, like, there's no way I can, like, fail this, right? And then it's like, yep, you absolutely can.
Jesus Christ, Cole, get off that goddamn thing.
Find a rope, Rusty!
There isn't time. See if you can swing that thing from side to side. Get it over the edge, then jump for it.
Notice how the security cop's like, I'm getting the fuck out of here, dude. Goddamn LAPD.
Come on, come on!
Former military, former circus performer. Security cop's like, I don't get paid nearly enough to deal with this kind of bullshit.
Yeah, well, the higher you climb, the further you fall.
Let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here.
Another Dahlia clue?
No. A yellow gold wristwatch.
A Mulder dame.
Yes. And a scrap of the poem.
Another location.
If I can work it out.
Let's get out of here. Yeah, let's not have to be the person that answers to breaking that expensive chandelier. What if the security guy just fucking dies after being hit by a large piece of glass? Yeah, that's a great point. I've always wondered that with like the Scooby-Doo mysteries, like when you have these like real people and they're like trying to scare off people. Like, what if the stuff they use actually just brains a person and they just die? Like, obviously it's a cartoon, but that's all I can think of. It's like when they throw hockey pucks, like, oh my god, he's dead. Oh my god, you killed him. I was like, oh shit, I'm so sorry. I just meant to try to get you guys off the property. Where do I need to go? I need to go. There's hidden vehicles all around. I don't know if I discovered the LA Public Library. But I still, they're all question marks, so. Come on. It's got to be somewhere, right? Aha! I did discover the public library. The front doors were open in broad daylight. This game is ridiculous sometimes. To be fair, you know.
Can you drive to this one?
It was made in 2011, so it gets a couple passes. Not a ton, mind you. But
mementos from all
enough.
his victims.
This guy needs to be taken out of circulation.
He takes pleasure at stringing us along, demonstrating how much smarter he is.
Man,
You
he's
can
just,
enjoy it while it lasts. We got you now, genius.
he's just regular old smart guy. We're coming for you. But again, for a game that was made in 2011, like, again, the faces aren't perfect because it's matching, like, real-life faces with the models of the game faces, but still, it's a pretty cool concept. Aw, shit, I just wanted you off the property. It would have been easier to just make this private property, but chose to scare people off instead. Really didn't think this
I'm
through.
pulling rank here, Cole. I'm not hauling myself up there. Go get him, Tiger.
He literally just pulled rank at the,
anyway, old timer.
literally just pulled rank with the chandeliers. Like, yeah, better than you than me. And he's like, no, I'm doing it again. I'm pulling. Like, he just taking liberties with his rank card. It's like, whatever. They're all buddy old pals. Like, whatever. Just slow me down anyway, old timer. Am I right? It's like, shut the fuck up, Cole Phelps. What do you know? Well, this is a lot more safe than dangling off a chandelier. But it's interesting, kind of going back to the point of like matching real faces with the character with the game facers. Spider Phelps, because WWE games, they started to do that where you can actually take a real face and put it on the character face model. And, I mean, these games are being made in, like, recent years, 2017, 2018. But whenever they talk, you know, the lips will match up with the character opening their mouths. And I swear to God, like, if you looked at that and you looked at here in this game in 2011, it'd be like, yep, it's the same type of process. So, you know, it's not perfect, but it works. But then there's games like Until Dawn and Detroit Become Human that it's like, it literally, like, I mean, granted, it's because they actually have, like, the ways and means, the equipment and everything like that, but it's like, oh, and I died. I did that so many times with the chandelier that I just fall to my doom.
Sometimes a step backwards is a step in the right direction.
Hey! He's basically saying we have to go down. But he's being an asshole about it. I don't care what you say. That's an asshole move. Like, yeah, you know, whatever. Sometimes step backwards is a step in the right direction. Shut the fuck up, Cole Phelps. The hat, no. Also, who makes staircase like this with wooden fucking stairs? That is asinine, my friend. What goddamn evidence. Hello. Hello, beep boop. The source of all his power. The source of his intelligence.
Round which death laughed. Sepulchred emblems of dead destruction. Ruin within ruin. So this is a treasure hunt.
And the monster at the end of this story is the Dahlia.
Our Lady of Guadalupe. Ripped from Antonia's necklace.
He just leaves it there. Just whatever. It's here. I'm not gonna go grab it.
The religious medal from the Maldonado case.
The Dahlia, Moeller, Maldonado. When this gets out...
We still have to find the guy, Rusty.
Another poem. Well, you must have some idea, right? Come on, Phelps. We're on a roll here. Don't let me down.
We're on a roll here. What's this wee shit? You're along for the ride. Wooden staircase, it's a termite's dream. Ashley says, maybe not the source, since he can still climb up a building without breaking a sweat. I mean, he basically is Superman at this point. He's not Frosty the Snowman. Well, yeah, well, you just said that he's Superman. Have you been paying attention? Okay, now we need to find the LA County Art Museum. I saw that not too long ago. Nope. 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 Aha! There, found it. We're on a roll here. Yeah, if you're one of those people that like doesn't do anything but will take credit for everything else somebody's been doing because you're part of the team.
You know the way. You can drive.
Fuck you, man.
We're gonna catch hell for this. Banging up innocent men.
The newspapers will crucify the guy. They won't have time to wonder about our mistakes. We'll be okay, Rusty, as long as we catch the guy.
I hope you're right, Cole. We'll be famous if we make this case.
That's a full circle with the first conversation that Rusty and Phelps have, because he's like, yeah, I bet you'd like this to be a Dahlia, and, you know, big trophy you can hang your hat on and everything like that. And now he's like, dude, we'll be fucking famous if we make this. Hello? That's not where we need to go. There's a maze in the back. And there it is. Fuck morals. I want money and bitches. Well, at least Ashley will never be never be judged as
dishwater.
Whoa, that's an insult. But at least no one can ever say that Ashley was never dishonest about her true colors. You know, everybody's like, oh no, I see your true colors now. It's like, nope, I'm pretty forthright with what I want. Hello. I'm a mouse in a maze. Need to find the cheese. Watch out for the Minotaur. So actually, we going 50-50 on a ticket for the next big Powerball jackpot. And that's up to you. Hey. Oh, that's bullshit. This is right, but I think I fucked up the game because Rusty's not supposed to come in here, so... Bullshit. Okay. Great, now I'm actually lost. Oh, great. Where am I? What am I doing? So Rusty isn't supposed to come in here. I've had horrible luck all my life with anything luck related. You're better off doing it by yourself. Or is she? Okay, so apparently I need to run around and have Rusty be like, hey, it's up to you, partner. But I'm supposed to go here. I don't know what I did wrong. That's where I'm supposed to go, right? Oh, I'm early. I'm sorry. I went to the wrong spot. I am supposed to go here. I'm just not in the right spot. Oops. Get out of the way with your flowers. Though we would have a statistically better chance of winning if we both entered. Well, there you go. Yep, I screwed that up. I done flubbernucked. There you go.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
See, I got it right. I was early. I was extremely early on that one, so that is my bad. But if you're stuck in that maze, at least you did it right. The order is another thing. It is bullshit, though, that all the stuff wouldn't already be there, because technically he's been hiding all the stuff along, but whatever. I'm just somebody that plays games. Westlake Tar Pits. Oh, I've definitely lost this one before, too. I got a ticket for 5 different numbers, and all the winning numbers were in different spots. I was like, sons of bitches.
Hey, Cole, let's get moving.
Yeah, okay. What's this wee crap?
These are my best shoes, Phelps. I'll leave you to it.
Seriously? I'm gonna pull rank every time. Shut the fuck up, Rusty.
Very funny.
Why? Why the hat? Look at him smiling like a fucking goon. It's like, if you're gonna get, like, all ready to walk into tar pits, why at that point would you... I don't know. I don't understand that logic. Also, where the fuck do I go?
Whoa!
Whoa.
Gotta move on, Cole. Those boards are sinking. You want to end up like the other fossils?
I mean, kind of, but not really.
The gangway snakes around, Phelps. Can you see it through the tar?
Oh,
Easy.
shit.
How you doing out there?
Shut up.
I'd be doing better if you were the one trying to get across this thing.
Accurate. That's how I feel as well.
Steady.
Also, I'm kind of curious why Phelps needs his fucking hat right now. It's literally not there for any other purpose. I just shoved Rusty into the ground at this point and... Oh, shit. Oh, no! I have died because I was reading comments. That's my fault. He literally just sunk. He didn't even try. That is something else. I just shoved Rusty in the ground at this point, and 50 mil would be a fuck ton of money. Yeah, it would. I'd pay so many college student loans.
Whoa!
Alright, what's going on
Move
this one?
on, Cole. Those boards are sinking. You want to end up like the other fossils?
I don't want to end up like the last Cole Phelps that went through the tar pit.
The gangway snakes around, Phelps. Can you see it through the tar?
Easy.
I got prehistoric.
How you doing out there?
I'd be doing better if you were the one trying to get across this thing.
So yeah, again, this
Steady.
there's not a ton of like interrogation stuff in this, like the conclusion to the traffic case.
Now, Phelps.
That's at the forefront of my thinking.
But the nice thing about this this case is that
Whoa.
it's you have a lot of closure with the other stuff.
A sphere which is as many thousand spheres. Okay, where to now?
And we already know, the County Art Museum. And just so we know it's the right person...
One of Teresa Terreldson's shoes.
She wanted to go dancing. And she ended up dying.
What is it?
Oh, romantic.
An open-toed white shoe. And another stanza from the poem.
Oh, I really thought that hobo bum did the Terrelson broad.
Confessions from the insane aren't the most credible evidence, Rusty.
Is this thing over?
It's all part of his power over us. Making us run around all over the city for the...
This is romantic.
So if we keep this up, we can find the guy?
A nice little rowboat across the tar pits. Alright, we'll try this again now. We go this way. So that's why Rusty was running along with us.
You can drive.
This guy was basically a hyena scavenging off the dead. Yeah, pretty much. And
this guy looks out
to
for women in bars who've had too much to drink.
Who are emotionally disturbed.
Need a shoulder to cry on, he plies them with booze.
Probably offers them a lift home.
Then beats their brains out and strangles them. Could be any schmo hanging out in a bar.
No, not anyone. He displays the bodies, leaves us messages. For all the violence, it's very controlled behavior.
That is out of character for Rusty to row the boat. Yeah, absolutely. Like, you would expect that he'd just be sitting there, like, maybe smoking a cigar, while Phelps, who had just had to wade through all that tar, was the guy that actually rowed the boat, but not that he was the one rowing the boat. He's barely lifted his finger so far. Yeah, he's been using his vet card quite a bit in this game. Rusty and Phelps in a rowboat going across tar. So romantic. Beats my fanfic. Beats my fanfic. I'm sorry. I can't speak words today.
On it goes. When do you think we'll reach the end of this thing?
You ever
Here we
been
go.
in here, Galloway?
No. I have no intention of going in. I heard that thing's tricky.
Oh, shocker. Rusty is gonna not do anything.
Have a quiet smoke. Think about hidden meetings.
And how lazy I am as a human being. Oh, alright. So anytime we have a choice in walkways, we have to do the following. So... Oh. First choice here, you do right, left, no, left, I'm sorry, this left, I think. Did I fuck this up already? Where are you going? Alright, come on. Oh, I already screwed this up. Oh, crap! Oh, no. Oh, jeez. I'm trying to be all, like, super sneaky and sly, and then it's like, yep, I'm lost. I get more talkative when I'm buzzed, but I ain't gonna cry to a fucking stranger at the bar, especially a guy I don't know. I hate how we can't edit a post when we accidentally hit the post button. It makes you think about what you're doing. The other thought process too Mel made is what if our guy is the bartender? Because most people will sob to a bartender not thinking anything harmless from the bartender. Also, I played this game a couple times, so I have an idea. Also, I'm really fucking lost right now. I was coming in here with the right choices, but then I used the wrong tactics. So at this point, I am literally just trying to figure out where the hell I am so I can call it a day. Aw, damn it. Where... I like how I got to the center and like before I was supposed to go to the tar pits. Oh, I did this totally on accident. So, for the record, if you entered the maze for this mission, use these instructions each time you have a choice. Right, left, first right, left. Don't do what I do and just basically run around aimlessly because you're trying to get back to the center and then you end up winning. So, there you go. Nope, I don't know the bartender, so give me my fireball and coke, and then I'm going unless it's gang I know from Evil Roy Slades.
No, it couldn't be.
Yeah, but I mean, if even in the gang you know from Evil Roy Slades, what happens if you're talking with them and you're, you know, doing your sorrows, and then they give you plenty of drink, and then you get murdered? 9 out of 10 murders are caused by somebody that you know. Just saying. Trivia. What game have played the most in your life? Me. What game have you played the most in your life? For Birthright, it's Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. It's not really trivia. It's more like polling option, I guess. Ooh, this is Pilot Ladies.
Once belonging to Celine Axford Henry.
What game you played the most in your life? Fallout, obviously.
See? That was easy.
Yeah.
I found Celine Henry's ring.
How far does this thing go?
Fucking way.
How did we not catch this nut job?
And it's time to go back to what we know. The last conclusion. So he's like, it can't be. So I have to go to the intolerance set, which is where we ended the case. Yeah, where we ended the case with the traffic division.
I think his name is
By the way, Borderlands 2 is a fantastic game.
You're behind the wheel.
You are behind the wheel because you got to do some sort of fucking work. You're not doing anything, Rusty. And you're a real son of a bitch.
He's leaving us this trail of evidence. Why?
Vanity. He wants to see if there's anyone out there smart enough to catch him.
He leaves us evidence, but every location is a trap.
He's testing us, physically and mentally, to see whether we are worthy of him.
Damn.
The Titan guy, who had the stoush with God.
Very good. You thinking about reading some Shelley?
All that egghead stuff? I'm sticking to the funny papers and the forum guide. You sleep better at night.
My man. Well, he's testing Phelps. Rusty ain't doing shit. Accurate.
There's the throne up there. Now it's just a matter of getting to it.
Okay, how do I do this? There's a ladder up this way, isn't there? Oh, shit.
Jesus, now look what you did. Hang on, Cole. I'll get you off of there.
I'm not paying attention. Oh. Son of a bitch. Officer down. Well, it's kind of the right way. Oh.
Jesus, now look what you did. Hang on, Cole. I'll get you off of there.
Okay. What are you doing, Rusty? I don't... Is he pistol whipping the wall?
You've got to make it to the next platform. Get that thing as close as you can, then jump.
Huzzah! I did the thing. Where's the throne? Oh, it's right there. Ow, my hands. Oh boy, dramatic final fight scene in the rain. Skyrim is the only game I played the most, plus GTA 3. That was the only PS2 game I had for like 1.5 years.
The place he calls home. End of the line. Typewriter ring. Evelyn Summers.
Hey, this is son of a bitch.
No, 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 no! Come on! Ah, no!
At that point, would it matter? Health and safety. Has anybody done a risk assessment? I think
thought
they...
the whole thing was going to come crashing down on you.
I thought so too. He murdered Evelyn Summers, Rusty. The last trophy was her ring.
Did you find another piece of the poem?
Yes. The last piece.
You sure, Cole?
Let's find out.
So, by the way, the stuff with the set, Harry, I think they actually allude to that in the we have to go to the map anyway. I think they allude to that actually in the traffic case, that the intolerant set was used for another movie, but they basically said, hey, like, don't use this. It's not up to code. It's not gonna work. But they do it for like budget constraint reasons. So they
might see this as a cry for help.
For God's sake, Phelps. We're not trying to justify this.
Hear me out, Rusty. This guy has been successfully slaughtering women in this town for half a year, maybe longer. He researches who he kills, and then plants evidence so that we always have someone to go after. If he hadn't sent the letters in the poem, he could have gone on forever. We would have been none the wiser. We would have 4 executed men on our conscience and have been happy about it. Why else is he doing this?
You're the new face of the department, Phelps. The modern cop who tries to understand why the perp does what he does.
Head of the game of the...
I just dropped the hammer down on the low
Behavioral Analysis Unit.
Crunch a roach under your heel. You don't worry about what it's feeling. You just grind it into the pavement.
Just waiting for the dialogue to end there. I like to think every death has a future prediction of how strange things could end. Like some Doctor Strange shit or a completely different reality. And whenever you come back, it's a completely different timeline. And there you go.
All units, the citizen reports a 211 in progress at 9th and Grand. Unit to handle code 3, identify.
Abandoned church, but there's a light on. Not so abandoned. Methinks so. He's just hanging out. Man, I've had a long day. So, I hope somebody can catch me.
Reminds me of my days as an altar boy.
Oh, shit.
From the house.
Nothing hasty, gentlemen.
Oh.
Keep your hands where I can see them, or I'll be forced to redecorate the stucco with your entrails.
We're from the LAPD, sir. I'm gonna tell you only once to lower your weapon.
The LAPD, you say? Is it really possible you could have found me after all this time? How interesting.
Put down the gun, shitbird. Last warning.
This boorish ignoramus could never have found me. It was you, wasn't it? Do you remember me, detective?
The temp bartender.
Yes, you found me. You know what I'm capable of, and yet you walk in here like lambs dressed for the slaughter.
We'll see
Full
about
circle.
that.
So yeah, he was the bartender from the aviation murder.
Where did he go?
Down the tunnel?
We can't let the son of a bitch get away.
The house, Rusty. There must be another entrance into the house.
Not to mention that they mentioned that he worked for a temp agency. That he, and then every time it's like, oh, it wasn't me on duty.
LAPD, give yourself up.
It was this person, or it was this person that was working the agency at the time. I have no idea where I'm going. What was he wearing? Well, he's the werewolf killer, so I think he probably thought he had to wear like old garments to like live the gimmick. He's gonna totally get away. I don't know where the hell I'm going. There we go. That's a Scooby-Doo twist right there. Ooh. That's a lot of blood.
You realize this must have been the place, Rusty.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Sweet Jesus.
It's the basis for all his riddles. Prometheus defied the cruel gods. This guy thinks he's doing the same thing.
Defying gods can be hazardous to your health.
I hate to think what he's done with this thing. Medical experience, maybe? At least some working knowledge of biology. He's cruel and he's methodical.
He's running away and I have time to just examine everything.
If we can bring him in alive, there's enough physical evidence for an airtight case.
You heard him, Cole. He's fucking nuts. What are the chances of hauling him out of here alive?
I mean, not good. Miss. If there's any clues, I want to know. There are not. Just running around like...
Going down there?
Yeah, God forbid you do something.
I'll go. Call for backup and keep an eye out above ground and see where this thing comes out. Don't let me down, Rusty.
You're an interesting man, detective. Why the police force? You're obviously overqualified.
Reinforcements are on the way. Cease and desist.
Do I get a sense you're looking for personal redemption? Do you think we have something in common?
Yeah, lucky with that. I thought he moved on.
Are you acquainted with slaughter? Does it attract you? Have you felt the fear? Understood the power?
Oh shit, where is
Are you
he?
comfortable out of the light, officer? Are you comfortable here?
Oh shit.
This thing has come to an end. You know that.
He's gonna get the jump on me. He's around here somewhere.
You're exactly what I expected. We were looking for a low achiever.
I mean, you want a mission that utilizes your cover options. This is it. Okay, where are you, son of a bitch? Oh, Jesus Christ! Son of a bitch. That's my hat. He's run away, but I'll just examine these items in detail. Then he says if we bring him in, as if he's not thinking about how the guy is getting farther away. Come on, we're trying to get an airtight case
Reinforcements are
here.
on the way. Cease and desist.
Jump scare. Yeah, I'll just shout and give away my position. I'll just let him know where he's at. So damn blind fire, I hate it. Also, that shotgun has really good accuracy. You know, for a fucking shotgun. Come on, I want to talk to you. Okay.
Cease fire immediately.
Cease and desist. LOL. Literally just shot him 3 times in the brain. He's good. He's good. He's all right. Can I take out my hat? Can I pick it up? No. Oh no. Oh, it's bullshit. I shot him 3 times in the head and he's just running away.
We're going down there?
Apparently.
I'll go. Call for backup and keep an eye out
No.
above ground and see where this thing comes out. Don't let me down, Rusty.
You're an interesting man, Detective. Why the police force? You're obviously overqualified.
Oh shit. I lost track of him.
Reinforcements are on the way. Cease and desist.
Oh no.
Do I get a sense you're looking for personal redemption? Do you think we have something in common?
Alright, I hear the stip stomping of him running away.
Acquainted with slaughter? Does it attract you? Have you felt the fear? Understood the power?
Surrender now or I will use deadly force.
Oh man,
Are you comfortable out of the light, officer? Are you comfortable here?
Are you? Because you seem to be. Because you're a sick bastard.
This thing has come to an end. You know that.
Oh man, if he's right there, I'm screwed. Interesting how they never run out of ammo clips. More like deceased and assist. Am I right? I hate myself. It's alright. We like you, Ashley.
You're exactly what I expected. We were looking for a low achiever.
Oh, he's right there. Come on, come on. Got him.
Where's the press, Cap? I think Phelps and I should get a medal for this. This has got to be the case of the year, right? The case of the century when you think about it.
Are you finished?
Are you finished?
Good. Because there won't be any press briefings or commendations.
What?
What are you talking about? We got the werewolf, the guy who killed the Dahlia, killed all the other broads.
You got no one. Mason was a ghost.
Can you at least tell us why, Captain?
Mason is the half-brother of one of the most highly elected officials in this country.
How high?
Beyond the moon for mere mortals like us, Rusty. There'll be no more mention of him. The city owes you both, but there'll be no mileage in ever bringing this up again.
What's going to happen to the suspects in the cases, Captain? I won't be a part of that.
A bit of missing evidence at the grand jury. A procedural error here, a mistake there. They'll all be quietly let go.
You get a nut shot and he kept shooting.
That's it?
100% respect. And shut up, Rusty. You barely did anything.
And I have some news for you, Phelps. No more rooting around in the entrails of cadavers and corpses for you. The head of Vice has asked the chief for you. I'm reluctant to see you go to the glory boys of advice, but my hands are tied. Go home to that lovely wife of yours. Celebrate your promotion.
Phelps like, what the fuck, man? The simple art of murder. The case of the Black Dahlia remains open. The truth lost all but a handful of men. Promoted to the Vice Desk. And that's where we will end this episode. A little bit of a rerun with the studio secretary murder, but still, we got to the final conclusion. And hopefully when we pick this up again next Wednesday, we start with the Vice cases and not a rerun of this leading into the Vice cases, because that would be just my luck. So thank you very much for joining me on this Wednesday evening for LA Noire. If you liked the video, be sure to hit the like button. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the page, hit the bell notification buttons for future videos that I'm working on. And also check out my previous videos, all my other previous live streams, LA Noire, Dragon Age Inquisition, Detroit Become Human, and much, much more. So that's where we're going to end it on this evening. So thank you very much for joining me, and we'll see you in the next video. So take care.